The explanation I'm about to give on the following product is very necessary because people don't actually know what it does. They pick it up and they think it's a plant food. And it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. But when it's used correctly, it does wonders. And the biggest problem with this product, which is called Kelpak, is simply because we don't know how to use it properly and why it's used. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Kelpak is a plant growth regulator, which when used will improve root, shoot, and flower development of both your indoor and outdoor plants. And it needs to be used in conjunction with a normal fertilizer. Kelpak is easily absorbed or assimilated by the plant, and it improves the uptake and utilization of the NPK fertilizers, which are these guys, okay, like your 315 or your Sea Secret or your Nutrisol. All of these have NPK properties. So that's your nitrogen, your phosphorus, and your potassium. When used together, this in turn stimulates good root development and a quicker strike into the new soil, which is exactly what we want when planting out young seedlings and shrubs. So it means we have improved plant health, which means we have more shoots and larger root masses of veggies, flowering, and ornamental plants. It assists plants through times of stress caused by heat, drought, hail, pests, and diseases. So what's in the magic mix that makes it so special? Guys, the main ingredient in Kelpak is something called Eclonia maxima. Now, that's very interesting. It's got 34.26%, let's call it 35% of this Eclonia maxima. Eclonia maxima actually is derived from the sea bamboo. So it's the sea kelp that we see, which grows naturally on the southern tips of Africa. And that is exactly where it's derived from. So all that kelp that washes up onto the beaches is then taken and the Eclonia maxima is extracted. So in the sea bamboo, it's full of loads of good goodies. And these things have terrible names like auxins, cytokinins, and gibberellins. And you think I am talking gibberish, but basically these are plant hormones. When you add these plant hormones in conjunction with a slow-release fertilizer, then magic starts to happen. Studies have shown that when Kelpak is used in conjunction with an NPK fertilizer, and this is from farmers, that they have had increased yield in seed germination. So increased germination. What's also interesting is that the growth rate. And this is very important because the time that it takes a seed to germinate and to put on its first true leaves, the quicker that happens, the stronger the plant is and the more resistant the plant is. And studies have shown that when using the Kelpak in conjunction with a fertilizer, that this promotes the growth quicker. And the last two most important things for me is that it improves chlorophyll production. And we all know that that is the engine room of the plant. And also when you've got a good plant and a happy, healthy plant, it means you're going to have a healthy plant that is going to be, and this has been proven, resistant to botrytis, powdery mildew, and other pathogens. Right, folks, so we know what the stuff is. Now, how do we use it? Now, the guys at Starke Ayres have made it really nice and easy. The cap actually doubles up as a little measuring lid as well. 5, 10, 20, 40 mils, there it is. And there are different ways of applying it. Number one, you can do it as a foliar spray, which means you're going to dilute 10 mils of the good stuff into 1 liter of water. So let's show you. Pop it into 1 liter of water. Now remember, guys, this is a foliar, or sometimes people say foliage spray. But what's important here is that it needs to be used as such. So this is where you get fine droplets, which are then sprayed over the foliage. And this is especially good for houseplants when they're slightly under distress. It could be for seedlings, it could be for your flowering plants, and all it is, this is the foliar spray, so you'll notice I'm spraying on top of the leaves, under the leaves, and what now happens is that the Kelpak is now being absorbed directly through the plant's leaves, and under the leaf there's something called a little pore, like ours, but it's actually called stomata, and that's where it gets absorbed into the plant system. And foliar sprays is one of the quickest ways to see a change in the plant because you're getting it straight in. As we're applying this, there are a couple of tips that I want to share with you. Number one, if your plant has got mealybug, caterpillars, or whatever it is, you can use the Kelpak in conjunction with a general insecticide. So you're giving it a little pick-me-upper and you're solving the problem as well. And it can also be used in conjunction with other liquid fertilizers which have the NP and the K, which is what we're needing. So this can be repeated every 2 to 3 weeks throughout the growing season, and also really just when the plant looks like it needs something. The other method of application is a soil drench. Now here folks, you're going to take 25 mils of Kelpak into 1 liter of water. Let's pop it into one of these little gizmos, pour it in, lovely. And now we're going to use it as a soil drench. And here you need to apply at least 200 mils at the base of the plant. Now, this obviously depends on the size of the plant. So I'm going to use this as a basis for an average size plant. Now, if you're going to use it as a soil drench for your indoor plants because they're needing a bit of a pick-me-upper, remember, do never water your plant in its beautiful container, your pot cover. Rather take it out, pop it into a container like this, or even better, put it in the bath. And then give this a shake up, and then it is a soil drench all the way around. We're going to catch the excess water down here, which still has some of the Kelpak in it, and we can reuse that in another plant or in another part of the garden. Well, there you have it, folks. This is called the pick-me-upper for plants, and its name is Kelpak. Use it in conjunction with a good NPK and see the desired results in your garden, whether it be your indoor plants, your veggies, your herbs, or even just your container plants.